Hi everybody. I thought I'd do something slightly different and just record some hands. I'll play about half an hour. So when this hits 21:15, it's 20:45 at the moment. So quarter to nine. I'll play till quarter past nine, and that'll give me 500 hands, or it'll give you guys 500 hands to see right how I play, um, just for the purpose of the diary. It'll also give a lot of you the chance to see what four tables of Zoom actually looks like, because I know a fair few people who like don't do that and think that it's really fast. But after a few minutes of watching this, you might even get used to watching it. Maybe not. We'll see, I guess. But maybe you'll be able to at least understand how it works, or at least how I do it. A lot of the decisions pre-flop are going to be fairly automatic, so I won't do much explanation into that. Isolating, three betting. He donks, which is going to proceed as if it's a check and raise to a third of the pot. He folds, that's fine. I would do that with my entire range, like raise to a third pot. Gonna three bet this. Okay, a four bet, which is gonna exploitatively fold queens here. Four bets are quite nutted, queens plus ace king. So queens versus a range of queens plus ace king doesn't really work. Open this, fold this. Three bet pot, right? We three bet. We're gonna see bet a third. We have bottom boat. We can get value from some pairs like jacks, tens, nines, eights, sevens. So we're gonna bet again. A better size that I'll get a pocket pair to call, like two, is fine. Did I bet a quarter pot? I should have done. Don't think I did. I should have bet a quarter pot here. As played, just check check. The min raise is kind of gross. Basically, he has a queen all the time, so it's gonna fold. Because like he's not going to min raise with anything other than a queen, is he? He's not going to min raise like aces there, is he? Or kings, or at least if I had that read, then obviously I wouldn't fold. But he's fairly unknown, so just gonna fold it. Yeah, that's kind of like a read that you have to get used to at 10L Zoom. If your opponent takes a passive line on the flop, so they check call the flop, and then they check raise the turn, it's like always nutted. See bet entire range, one third pot here. Squeezing kings here. Get three bet with the big blind, we just fold. Easy peasy. We overfold three bet because that's the exploit. Could three bet, but because we've got a couple of people who can cold call behind us, we can't just go nuts. Slightly loose, but going to open. Multi-way, just check. Stealing here. See bet entire range. Just going to fold the gut shot here, no need to go mental. Defending big blind here. On the ace turn, can we really check call R4? Or is it better to just blast off and deny equity? I think it's better to just blast off and deny equity, not gonna lie. That was an automatic check, shouldn't really be doing anything else. Then I just give up, no point trying to get an ace or a queen to fold. A queen might fold, but then... Actually, maybe I should just blast off, I don't know. But because I overbet the turn, it makes it harder for him to have a hand to fold on the river. Do I fold? I'm just gonna fold this. I would guess it's close with the 10 of diamonds. If I'm ever in doubt, you just err towards folding, which can never be too wrong because the rake gets higher and higher the deeper you get into the pot. So check entire range because we have a really wide range because we didn't raise pre, and he has a limping range which isn't 100%, so he's actually got a significant range advantage over us. So we should check our entire range. Just check because we made a pair. Otherwise, I would just bet. We three bet, right? So we see bet entire range of 1/3 pot. Pretty easy call here. Not really loving it though. Okay, our 8 doesn't have too much showdown value, so I'm just going to bet like this. 3 bet here. Which is nice result for our 8 there. Looks like we're doing multi-way, flop trips, but we're checking our entire range because it's multi-way. Makes our life so much easier to play. Check raise. I'm going to check call. And then check call all the way. Once I check call, I don't think there's any point doing anything else. We're getting close to 3-1 against a wide player, so I guess we have to call. I'm not really loving it though. Against aces, we're obviously losing versus aces. Gross. We got dumped into. Oh, do it. Unlucky. Pretty bad river, because now ace-x is going to check back, and we lose to some flushes now. Do we just lead? I think we should just exploitatively lead. No, it doesn't make sense. It just makes too little sense. Let's just check. And then just don't get value from an ace. Maybe I should just lead anyway. What did he have? He had 4s. Never mind. We wouldn't have got any value. I mean, R2s doesn't have enough showdown value here. Let's just blast off. I like blasting off in 3-bet pots on the turn because data has shown that people just overfold by a large percentage, which means that when they do call, there's no need to bluff river because they'll have a king or a set or something like that very often. They might have a flush draw which they might check, which would be amazing, but they don't. They have a king and a flush draw. It's fine though. This guy limps. Let's just isolate him with king 4 suited. I'm just going to 3-bet this 6 deuce there, but I think that's just slightly too loose. I'm just going to raise the limper here. BVB. Want to take it down pre, because I want to avoid paying the rake, but want to get limp jammed on, which isn't a thing. We just obviously fold. Nice little folding wall going on here. Bet entire range of quarter pot on this board. We happen to have top trips here, but with our entire range we would bet this way. Let's go 3-bet ace queen suited here. Steal here, 7-4 suited. Oh, you guys can't see the stats. You guys can't see my HUD. I'll have to try and find a way to fix that so I can get my HUD on board. I'm not sure it makes too much difference, to be honest, because I don't think you guys can actually see the numbers clearly enough anyway, even if I did have the HUD shown. Kind of wanted to 3-bet that king 7 suited, but it's probably not a good idea. Not a good idea to 3-bet that either. Versus a large sizing. I kind of want to 3-bet as much as possible, but there's just a lot of hands I'm getting that I just feel a little bit too loose. And my 3-bet percentage is through the roof at the moment. It's going to be like 18%. Well, at the moment it's 22%. Short sample, obviously, playing 130 hands. This is the board I kind of have to check range, unfortunately. And just fold. It's just too much, too connected. Can loosely steal this. Right, flop an open ender, just see about 3rd pot with our entire range. Now we actually have something. We want to try and get flush draws. Ace-X will continue no matter what size we make it pretty much, so let's make it like this. That's nice. Yeah. He continues. Probably one of the worst cards ever. Will we get value from Ace-X if we bet? If we bet all in, will Ace-X call? Maybe not. What if I just bet really small? What if I be really cheeky? Let's be really cheeky. By being really cheeky, I extract another $1 of value, basically. Yeah, ace. He had ace queen. If I jammed, I kind of doubt he would call, because it's just too scary, isn't it? Can squeeze this. Not squeeze, sorry, 3-bet. Let's go check this. Jack 4 off just feels bad. Gonna bet this quite large. Nice fold. Nice to see the fold, sorry. I get 3-bet, we'll just fold. Nothing to do here. No need to 4-bet bluff or anything, or defend or anything like that, because people 3-bet so little. It's crazy how little people 3-bet at these stakes. Like, it's almost half what they should. It's really nitty. Just fold the 4 here, face some continued aggression. All these hands are playable apart from the 10-5 off here, not anymore. Ooh, I could 3-bet this guy, but I don't want to. Just a little bit too loose. Raising from under the gun, you know. Could 3-bet this. Probably should, to be honest. So it's just. Oh, that was meant to be a bit larger. Oh well. C-bet third pot, entire range. Get check raised. It's fine. We just fold our no equity hand. That's another thing. People don't check raise nearly as much as they should versus a 1/3 pot. So it's just free. Check everything board. This board sucks for me, but much better for him. And I just fold the gut shot 7s there because it's just so bad. Like if we hit our gut shot, we're just in a huge reverse implied odds spot. This might be somewhat loose, but oh well. Yeah, this is somewhat loose, but oh well. We just fold this, no need to do anything fancy. C-bet 1/3 pot, even though actually mirror should be a little bit larger here because it is a straighty board. Here this is pretty bad for us, so we just check. I think we should just bet this, to be honest, and check call the river. Give him a chance to bluff his missed flush draws rather than just keep betting. That is really nutty. He should definitely be betting ace queen. What the fuck? Yikes. Bad. Just went back and tagged him because that is atrocious. Like, I would have snapped. That's how, like, come on, he needs to get the value from the worst ace-X. And try and get value from, like, second pair and stuff. Yeah, I'll defend this for that price. Overbet versus the check, because a lot of people don't have a protected check range here. Just fold the ace-7 suited. Steal. Three. Let's just go 3-bet this. I like 3-betting on the button if you couldn't, in case you couldn't tell already. Could squeeze the king jack off here, could defend, it's either way. This is a board that I really should be check raising a lot on, but not with this hand. Let's just 3-bet this. I like 3-betting blind v blind as well. I like 3-betting a lot when in position. Like, on the button is the most profitable position, right? Because you're never going to be out of position. If anyone cold calls you, you will always be in position to them. Blind v blind, you're always going to be in position versus the small blind, obviously. Just going to widely 3-bet this. 3-bet pot, 3-bet entire range, 1/3 pot. Get check raise, which almost never happens, so we just fold. Bet 1/4 pot here. Pretty good card for me, the jack, because all of our ace kings improve, so we don't have to bet that much. But I will bet like that, like closer to pot. Unfortunately, get the fold. He probably had like 7s, you know. They couldn't stand the heat. Ooh. Do I defend this? Don't think so. Min raise from the hijack, I don't know. If not, better to err on the side of caution when in the big blind, because obviously rake. See about 1/3 entire range on this board. Button B big blind, you can't do anything about it. I could 3-bet this board is suited there, be a bit spicy. Obviously aces here is a nice sight to see. Like to see a 3-bet, nice. Put in the 4-bet, has to be slightly larger than usual because this guy cold called. So put it like 290 instead of like, I'd usually make it like 255. 3-bet this, 4.5x. Get folds, kind of sucks, but oh well. Nothing to do here, but just fold all of our hands. This guy looks kind of reggy. This guy looks kind of reggy. Just based on some small stats, like nothing about their stack size or anything, obviously. Check entire range on this board. He checks, ace is really good for us, but it could also help his check back range, so it kind of sucks. I'm just going to check. He bets pot, okay, pretty much tells me he has an ace. If he doesn't have an ace, then well played, I don't really mind. We had the bottom of our range anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, 2-bet this. And 5-bet getting in versus this guy, because, I mean, 4 bets. Even though they are strong, it is button versus small blind after all. So it's the bottom of our getting range, but like, there's still a thing we have to do it. C-bet entire range. Just gonna 3-bet this, I think. It's a pretty small 3-bet, we just peel, even out of position. Just gonna overbet this with our suited combination here. 3-bet pot, right, so 3-bet entire range, 1/3 pot. He 3-bet small and checked back. It looks like queens, jacks. I'm not going to get him to fold really, unless I like double barrel, but I have shadow value, there's no need. I'm going to use this combo to check, and here he called the overbet on the turn, so he's either got a flush draw that will check back and hopefully not bluff, or like a 10 that's not going to fold, so just going to give up here on the top right. This kind of sucks, this is kind of a large size. But I guess I call, like, he's got some ace-x. He's got some flushes, obviously. It's like a whatever kind of call. Like you couldn't go either too far wrong either way, to be honest. Because like you see bet the flop 1/3 pot and you check back the turn. We do have a lot of air. He might turn a lot of hands into bluffs, you know. So top pair, fairly whatever kind of call. It's like, not too bad either way. Multi-way here, get 4-bet, sucks, just fold. Checks around on the ace, I'm just not going to do anything fancy, just check. Wow, this guy's deep, $77. Just gonna check down the threes. Wow, this, what the fuck? Defend, steal? Let's steal. Get 3-bet, sucks. Turn open ender. Defend jack 8 suited here. I guess we call. I'm not really happy about it. He checks. Pretty much never has a 4 here. Could easily have like just a bunch of other like 2-pair or top pair, not top pair but 7. X. I'm just gonna give up. I don't see merit in bluffing. Here we just check our entire range. It's too straighty. He checks back. We've got no real showdown value with 5s. Like basically, if we check and he bets, then we have to fold. We could bluff ourselves though, which might have a slightly higher return. Then again, if we check and he checks, then it's good for our hand. So let's just check and fold. Kind of passive, but probably the best. Could have considered check raising actually with the 5s, but don't really want to get too fancy, to be honest. Just unnecessary in a lot of spots. Let's 3-bet this. 3-bet this for a quarter, it's paired. Oh, we've got a gut shot, so let's just 5. Snap call, eh? Doesn't want to fold, eh? Fair enough. That sucks. Get 4-bet shut down. This guy looks kind of nitty. Let's just 3-bet this. Monotone, I'm just going to check entire range. We're going to call this. Here, we're going to c-bet 1/3 pot. Defend? Nah, bit too skeptical, I think. Let's 3-bet this. Check call probably. Here we're going to barrel. This is kind of dicey, but we're going to call. No, this is very dicey. I don't really want to call. Like, are we beating any value? Half pot? If that's half pot, are we really beating any value? Not enough. Not enough to make this a good call, in my opinion. No need to bluff either, obviously. We're just going to win to a flush fairly often. It doesn't make it a good bluff. Let this. Squeeze this. Or maybe it's better to just call actually. Probably check call and then don't know, decide. Oh, the donk. Okay. Oh, this guy calls. It makes things a lot more complicated. But he's fairly wide pre, so he might just have some random shit. Ace doesn't help things though. Checks. So we're gonna bet small, a size that an 8 will call easily, like this. Let's not time out with the 9s there. I'm gonna watch this hand. What did this guy call with? Call with Jack 7. What the fuck did he have Jack 7 for on the flop and turn? What's he doing? Bit of a set. Alright, fair enough. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's c-bet the turn. Let's just barrel the turn. Come on, let me do it. Thank you. Yep, looks good. Check entire range, even especially multi-way. Jesus. Check raise on the turn. Fucking hell. Like a set, probably. Get check raise here. He's pretty easy fold. E-bet multi-way, so got to be somewhat careful, but he has a jack a lot of the time and a flush draw a lot of the time, so we can actually just raise. And if he re-raises, we fold because he'll have a set. I like this hand. I like this play actually. Cool. Continue barreling because I want him to pay. If we get raised, it's an obvious jacks or sevens spot, so we just fold. Or maybe like a straighty flushy combo draw. If we check, his jack X will check back, and his flush draws might bluff. His flush draws might just check back. If we just jam, obviously we lose the set, but we also beat. Let the opportunity. Like we could have flush draws ourselves. He might think that we have flush draws, even though I never will. So this bet, I think, is pretty necessary to try and get the value from a jack. Nice, works out well for us. Kind of scared he'll just have like sevens and slow roll us. Not slow roll, nit roll us, you know, when they're just like, oh my god, is this guy always just going to have jacks? But, you know, okay, see that pot? Sorry, 3-bet pot, c-bet 1/3 pot. Here, c-bet 1/3 pot as well, get check raised, it's unfortunate. This guy's got an aggressive tag, so let's just actually check how often he does check raise before I do anything. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Whatever. A spot for next time. Call this, right? No need to raise. Could see raising though, being like fine. He checks back, just gonna check down. Hopefully win. Nice. C-bet 1/3 pot entire range. 3-bet this, somewhat loose. Nah, is it not deep enough to try this? Get check raised. How often does this guy check raise? He actually check raised a lot. 4 out of 15 times. Don't know what this means, but we've got 9, so we can't really do anything about it. Straight flush draw here, Jesus. Gonna use this combo to check. And then call rivers. Like he has Queen 10, Jack 10, Queen Jack. Oops, wrong tag. Yeah, pretty easy call here. Ace Queen, nice. Okay, we 4-bet here. This guy, cold calling is kind of scary, but we still got a 4-bet the Ace King here, I think. This 5-bet jam is obviously, we're not going to call. Just 2-nutted for us. So we got 1/3 pot, and then barrel turn. Cold called here, kind of sucks. He's short stacked, maybe looser. Oh, okay. I almost limped there. That would have been really bad. Alright, it's getting towards the it's 509 hands, so let's just stop and do a quick review of our hands, not our hands, of our session. I'm not going to do hand reviews here, that'll be for the normal videos. Check call here, now that we turned the pair, seems alright. Check entire range. Pretty happy with our 5 here, not going to lie. If we check and win versus ace-3, we're pretty happy. Nice. What does he have? I don't know. Checks here, probably has an ace high kind of hand or just some random air that will fold, so don't have to bet that much. He calls, we're just going to give up because no point trying to bluff people on that kind of run out. Don't think it will work enough. Nice. Alright. I've got a chest. Let's open that chest. Can you see that? Can you see the chest? No, you can't. Alright. I will stop the video, not the video here. I'll just open up our session. Give me 1 sec. OBS, display capture, there we go. Alright, this is our session. We played 517 hands. I mean, fairly like standard results. I guess, 500 hands is obviously nothing in terms of results. Minus 6 PB per 100, we went down, hit a low of almost 2 buy-ins, which is like completely standard. Then we won that massive pot with kings, and now we finished on a, just down $3, like down 30 big blinds, is whatever. The point of the whole video was just to get you a taster of how I play, basically. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave them. I'll be sure to try and answer them. Maybe I'll do more of these if I ever feel like it. Alright guys, good look at the tables. Peace.